Hi there, this is Anne. Welcome to my channel on mediation, family law, and all related topics. Today I'm going to talk about every parent's nightmare, and that is fibbing. Yes, you've heard me fibbing. Your little angel also lies sometimes. Anyway, uh, I'm going to give you an example. Uh, this mother is taking her teenage daughter for the weekend and they went and visited a friend of the mother's. So as they arrived there, the friend told the mother, I am sorry, but I've recently might have been exposed to somebody who has tested positive for corona. Um, I'm not positive, I'm not sick, I'm not showing any symptoms, but I'm just letting you know that, if you want to decide to come in or not. So the parent says, okay, very nice to see you, heads home. So Sunday afternoon, mom drops the daughter off at boarding school, and next thing she gets a message from the teacher um, indicating that the daughter has said that she was with her aunt that tested positive for COVID, and they spent the whole weekend there. And she just wanted to tell everybody. This is not the truth. So, first of all, the parent is obviously very embarrassed because this is not the truth. And second of all, I mean, the school is now up in arms because everybody's scared of corona with good cause. But, anyways, this is situations that I deal with on a daily basis because, yes, this is what happened between the mother and the school. But in a situation where the child would have gone back to the father and told that to him, he would have now phoned the mother, accused her of being careless when the daughter was with her. And obviously, some of them went go as far as writing letters to attorneys and mediators, telling them what a bad, irresponsible person this mother is. So, how do we deal with situations like this? First of all, being in a situation of co-parenting, it's very important that you always keep the communication lines open. So before making a phone call or sending an email, anything to that extent, just calm yourself down a little bit. Take a step back, ask yourself, because I mean you've known this person for how many years, you've lived with her or him for so long. Um, is this a situation, is this something that the parent will do, first of all? Second of all, if it's a situation where, yes, you get negligent parents that are irresponsible and drink themselves in oblivion when the child is around, maybe with good reason, maybe not, but it happens. In situations like that, then obviously you can, you know, then you can address the issue. But if it's a small thing like maybe going to visit the grandparents and there's a stain on her shirt, I mean, that's ridiculous. We are all humans. Life happens, things happen, and you can't be on the dot 24/7. That is absolutely impossible. Then you have to ask yourself, when the child comes back to you, are they distressed, unhappy, or uncomfortable, or maybe drawn back? If that is not the situation, then there is no concern for you. Um, some parents have the way to exaggerate things. So they will take the smallest little thing and make a huge mountain of it. They will phone all the family members, they will phone attorneys and mediators, psychologists, boyfriends, girlfriends, aunts, uncles, whoever has an ear to listen, they will inform them this is what happened. This parent went and exposed this child to COVID-19. Is it the truth? No, it's not. Some parents use this strategy because they think that it will be easier for them to apply for primary residence of the child, and this will actually benefit their cause, which is, of course, not how it works, because people investigate, the court officers and the family advocate investigates these situations. And they will not just disrupt the child by taking the child away from one parent and then taking the child to another parent because of something that the other parent said. As parents, it's very important to keep communication open. So the channels of communication is is very vital to the family relationship. And yes, you are separated, but you are still a family. Reason being that you are parents, and as parents, you share that child, and your decisions that you make affects the child and the other parent. And although you might think that it doesn't, it actually does. So if you keep the communication open, it's easier to resolve misunderstandings, and most important, to avoid misunderstandings. Because if there is unnecessary conflict, it also causes stress to the child, and it puts the child in a position where he might have to choose between the parents, which is extremely unfair to the child. Then, with communication, it's also important for the parents to communicate relating certain activities. For example, the child is living with mom. Mom said she can't go to the school camp because the area that they're going to is unsafe. So now the child goes to dad and say, Dad, I'm going to the camp. Can I please have 200 Rand? Yes, it happens. So if the parents communicated, then dad would have known, listen, there's no camp there, and he already pays maintenance towards pocket money, and now somebody is cheating him out of some money over here. Also, what the children do at times is they will play the parents off against each other. So apart from the money example that I've referred to, they will do something and say, can I go to the camp? Mom said yes. Because dad said, well, if your mom says yes, it's fine with me. Okay, you can go. And then the child will go and says, yeah, but dad said yes, which is actually not the truth. So, and then the other thing also that you need to consider surrounding communication is that you need to be consistent in what is acceptable behavior and what is not acceptable behavior. Because by doing that, you put strong boundaries, and the child knows that this is how the parent do things, and it also provides them with security. It wouldn't sound like that, but that is exactly what it is. So they know that, you know, yes, they don't like each other, but when it comes to parenting, there's no sacrifices or compromises in that aspect. As a parent, you should never hammer the child with questions. If you want to find out something about the other parent's lifestyle or something or work situation, which is actually none of your business because you're not together anymore, and the child's life is not adversely affected by it. So if you want to ask something, ask the parent straight up. Don't ask the child a lot of questions because that will make them uncomfortable. And then obviously they will also put in a position where they feel they have to choose between parents. And you don't want that because the child needs to feel loved and by both parents and accepted by both parents. As a parent in a situation where you're doing co-parenting, it's very important that you make a decision as to what is issues and what is non-issues. So an issue is mom went to a late party, she drank so much alcohol that she actually passed out. That is a huge issue. It is a danger to the child. She's a danger to herself. If you go to church, for example, and there's a stain on the shirt, that is a non-issue. Things happen. So don't engage in things like that. It causes unnecessary conflict. Also, as a parent, when somebody comes with a story, you need to ask yourself, how probable is the situation? Like, COVID situation, you need to ask yourself as the father, will the child's mother actually be so irresponsible? And if you think in your mind that she's not, then it's better to leave it. If you have a concern, then discuss it openly, peacefully, in a friendly matter, in a friendly manner. You also need to speak to the child, preferably as parents together, to say that, listen, my daughter, this, what you told your dad or the school is not acceptable. First of all, it's embarrassing to the parent. Second of all, you are putting yourself in a situation where you will be labeled as a liar and people won't believe you when there is actually a problem that you need to address. If you lie about serious things like COVID, for example, um, if you have been subjected or if people think that you have been exposed to COVID, they will obviously think that it's irresponsible from you as a parent to take that child back to school. And it also affects other parents and other children. So the child needs to understand. When a child's a bit younger, like your toddlers, it's a bit difficult to explain that. But obviously, you can do, find other ways. Maybe using stories, like cry wolf, just to explain this. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was helpful. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.